Peace, y'all. This is Ahshay. I'm all about life force rejuvenation and paradigm shifts, and I want to share 3 of the scariest hoodoo stories in the Hoodoo Tarot, because it is Hoodoo National Hoodoo, well, not national, but Hoodoo Heritage Month. Okay, start with the Devil card, Miss Robinson. In this card, you'll see that Miss Robinson is holding a funeral program. She's from South Carolina, Orangeburg, South Carolina, right? A hoodoo practitioner that went to church, had clients, people knew her as a law-abiding citizen, okay? A sweetheart, a sweet and kind woman, right? But she was a sweet and kind woman that had a natural ability, a natural talent for root working. So there was another woman at the church named Mrs. Patrick, and Mrs. Patrick started saying that root workers shouldn't be able to go to the church. And Miss Robinson decided not to pay it any mind. However, Miss Patrick started spreading gossip around the community. So as Miss Patrick is spreading gossip around the community, Miss Robinson is losing clients. People aren't inviting her to stuff anymore. There's all this, like, just character, we call it defamation of character in journalism. So Miss Robinson decided to, to check Miss Patrick, like, what's up? But of course, this is like in the early 1900s, right, in South Carolina. So she probably said like something like "Pardon me" or something like that. But anyway, so she went to check Miss Patrick about the defamation of character, and Miss Patrick, she's with her croonies, nudging her croonies, and she's checking like, yo, chill, like, root working's a part of me. Like, I love root working. Like, you need to stop coming at my name. Miss Patrick checking. You might as well root me right now, because I'm not going to stop coming at your name. Now, pause, y'all, pause. Did she really just tell a root worker to root her, y'all? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care if somebody's playing pretend or not. I'm not even going to pretend that it's okay for you to root me. You see what I'm saying? And so Miss Robinson was furious, and Miss Patrick went on laughing with her girlfriends and stuff. Next thing you know, y'all, does the book say 2 days or 2 months later? Let's get this right, y'all. 29 days later, Miss Patrick's 9-year-old son, Reginald, died unexpectedly after having a cold, y'all. Now, everyone in the town knew that was Miss Patrick's pride and joy. And then if you have a child, how much a child means to you in your life. Now, she couldn't have any more children, and she only had her son. That's the only child she had. So, absolutely heartbroken, Miss Robinson walks in, fanning with the funeral. Checking, you taking food from my mouth? You know what I mean? Because when you stop somebody's business, you're taking food from their mouth. You're stopping them from paying their bills. You're stopping them from being able to live when you defame somebody's character. If she did root her, though, I think rooting somebody's son is a little much, y'all. But this is why this is one of the scariest cards, if you ask me, in the Hoodoo deck. Just the twist in that story. People's children getting snatched, y'all, messing with the wrong one, messing with the wrong root worker. So let this be a warning for all the muggles out there. Let this be a warning for all muggles. Let me talk proper. Let this be a warning for all muggles. So, don't try the hoodoo practitioners this month. Okay. Let's move on to, if not one of the saddest stories in the deck, y'all, the 9 of Knives. So if you were to go by the Devil's Punch Bowl in Mississippi right now, there would be peaches, peach trees coming out of this pit. But it is said that you should not eat the peaches because 20,000 dead bodies are in that pit of newly emancipated slaves that have a place to go or weren't allowed to go, or just the confusion that came with that time, right? So even though a lot of times we would celebrate the emancipation of slavery, which just means the freedom of black people being considered human, right? And to have their own sovereignty, their own independence. But a lot of lives were lost in the confusion of that. And so, a lot of times that, part of history can get, like a little bridge over, a little rainbow over. And so this card reminds us of the history that's kind of untold of those people who have passed on and missed the transition. Everybody doesn't make the transitions. So that brings me to the third card, guys. And this third card is the Tower card. The Tower card is a scary card to get in the tarot anyways. The Nine of Knives in tarot is actually, like anxiety, or you're actually about to be in danger, or, a very serious circumstance. A deadly circumstance a lot of times, or sometimes. It depends how you read the card, with the spread, and what the subject is, and blah blah blah, right? So the Tower card, I personally don't, and even though, when you're a reader, you can see the positive in all these cards because you see so many spreads. But personally, I don't want to see the Tower card usually in a spread, okay? It's not that I don't know the good that the Tower card brings. It's just, it's one of the more shocking cards to get in general, in tarot in general, okay? So the Tower is, in the Hoodoo tarot deck, is the plantation. And if you look closely, you'll see people falling out the windows. It's kind of like giving 9/11, but it's the plantation, okay? And you see this woman looking in rose-colored glasses, and it talks about the controversy of people going to the plantations and showing the beautiful upside of being like rich and lavish, and the tea parties and the Southern Belle dresses and all the lavishness of just being rich in the South, and how brutal it was. How they got those riches aren't always told in those tours. How did they get those riches? They took the land from people who were already on the land, and there was indigenous people who were working on the land that they already had. It's colonizing. So yeah, so that's gosh, guys. You guys didn't know it's gonna be a history lesson, huh? But those to me are the three scariest cards in the Hoodoo. So I hope these scary stories brought you some life force rejuvenation and paradigm shifts, guys, and just gave you a different, edge to your history, facts, and knowledge of some Hoodoo. Okay, guys, much love. I'll see y'all in the next scary story. Okay, bye.